All right. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Hannah Brown, and I'm the Coordinator of Admissions and Outreach at Front Range Community College over at the Westminster campus. And I just want to welcome you to the Get Started session recorded version. We hope that you find this information really helpful for your journey of getting started here at Front Range Community College. And we hope that you get to know how to use our tools such as eWolf, and Desire to Learn, and your email so that you can connect with us and get the help that you need. Without further ado, we'll just go ahead and dive in. Again, the Get Started session is here to help you learn about Front Range Community College's enrollment process, as well as the different tools that you'll need to register and become a student. And so I'll be showing you some things here on our website, as well as talking through a lot of different pieces about Front Range. So here you have our website, which is frontrange.edu, and I'm not going to really talk a whole lot about this, but I did want to point out quickly before we get started that there is a lot of information about the different programs that we offer here at Front Range. If you go to Programs and Courses and click on Academic Programs, you'll see a list of all the programs that we offer here at Front Range. And you can, of course, select a campus to see which programs are offered at the campus that you plan to attend, or online if you are planning to attend online. Additionally, you can find information about paying for college here on our website, and a lot of information about being a student and things like that. What we are going to talk about today is talking about how to get started. So if you have not done so already, the first thing that you want to make sure that you do to start here at Front Range Community College is to submit an application. You'll see here that there's a link to our online application, or you can just hit the Apply Now button, and that'll lead you through our online application. Please make sure you complete the entire application. You will set up an account first and then fill out the application. And don't forget to enter all the information that's required, including the information about residency, high school, what you're planning to do, things like that. Make sure to use your name as it appears on your driver's license when you're filling out the application. And try to select a program that you're interested in studying as you go through, if you're planning to receive financial aid. Additionally, you'll need to submit other applications if you're going to be applying for financial aid. You'll want to submit your FAFSA application, the free application for federal student aid. Okay, FAFSA is a form that's all schools use to determine your eligibility for grants, which would be free money, loans, which would be money that you'd borrow and pay back with interest, and then also work study, which would be getting a job on campus. So you definitely want to make sure that form is filled out. When you go to the website for the FAFSA is fafsa.gov, okay? And you can start a new FAFSA, or you can log in if you've already completed this year's FAFSA. The FAFSA is a form you do fill out every year, and you can start filling it out after October 1st of each year. You'll want to make sure that this FAFSA is filled out for the current academic year that you're going to be attending, as well as the next academic year. So for folks that maybe are going to be taking classes in the spring of 2017, the summer of 2017, or the fall of 2017, the form that you need to fill out for the spring and the summer semester is the 2016-2017 FAFSA, and the form that you need to fill out for the fall is the next year's, the 2017-2018 FAFSA. So do make sure when you're filling out the FAFSA that you're filling out the correct one. You will need to import your information from your taxes. So make sure you have things like your Social Security number, birth date, all of that stuff available to you so you can get that filled out. And if you're under the age of 24, you're not married, you don't have children, things like that, you will also need to provide your parents' tax information. So make sure you have their information as well. You'll notice here on our Getting Started page, again, our school code for the FAFSA is 007933. So you do need to make sure that that is entered, or you need to search for us when you are entering your FAFSA. For folks that may have filled out the FAFSA before, all you have to do back on the FAFSA website is log into your FAFSA and then add our school code, and that will get your information sent here to Front Range. What you will want to do after that is it can take a couple of days to a couple of weeks to process, so just hang on. But then you will be wanting to check your student account and your student email to get some more information about other things that you may need to do for financial aid. So just make sure you're doing checking those, and again, I'll be showing you how to access those here in a little bit. Okay. So again, make sure those applications are completed. Once you submit the application for Front Range Community College, you will receive a student ID number, an S number, and that should arrive to you in an email. If it does not, you can sign back into the account that you create when you apply for admission. Okay, so if you click on the Apply Now, it'll give you to the screen to log in. And when you log back in, you should be able to see your student ID number. So if you didn't get it in that email, just log back in and you should be able to find it from there. Okay? All right. So that's filling out the applications. The second step is attending the Get Started session. So that's something that you're doing right now. So good job. You can check that off your list. The third step is to take an assessment test. You could be exempt from the assessment test for multiple ways, but basically what we want to do here at Front Range is to make sure that all students are in the appropriate level of class. So what I recommend that you do is complete this form that is linked here. This is a placement form that determines whether you need to actually take the placement. So you can go ahead and work through this form and submit that. Also, you can look at the different exemptions on our website. So the majority of exemptions come from either having taken college classes or having an associate's or bachelor's degree or higher from a regionally accredited institution. And you can know that if you've done that, then you do not need to take our assessment test. The other big change exemption would be having qualifying ACT or SAT scores from the past 5 years. So if you have taken that test, you're a recent high school graduate, that will be here, and you can see those exemptions here on our website. The other main way of being exempt is if you have taken the assessment test before within the past 5 years. You do not need to retake it. Okay? If you do need to take the test, so you filled out the form or you've determined that none of these things apply to you, you will want to know that the assessment test is done here on campus. If you are not close to one of our campuses, you can use this form here on our website to determine a place where you can take it. It still needs to be done in a proctored environment, so you want to make sure that that's filled out. Okay. If you do it on our campus, there is no charge, and you will want to know that it covers 2 areas, English and reading as one, and then math as the other. It is not timed. There is no charge. You can take the test on different days, like you can save it, take one section, save it, and come back. But it can take a couple of hours to complete the entire thing. So just make sure you have enough time to do that. Additionally, if it's been a little while since you've done any of this English, reading, math kinds of things, do know that there are some study guides here on our website, so you can definitely access those. Make sure that you go ahead and look things over, but it's, again, not something that you need to learn new stuff for, because that will be what you'll do in the classes. Go ahead and check out our website to find out the times and the location. You can choose a campus, again, for the campus that's closest to you, and you should be able to find the hours of the testing center on our website. Generally, you need to arrive at least a couple hours before they close, and you may or may not need to make an appointment. So again, go here to the testing center link, and you can see the different testing center locations and times, and again, just select the campus for the one that you plan to attend. Okay, so that is the assessment test. If you need to take the assessment test, please note that you need to do that before meeting with an academic advisor. The academic advisor is going to review your test scores and help interpret those, so it is something that you need to do first. Okay, For folks that are exempt from the assessment test, you can skip step 3, and then you'll need to meet with an academic advisor. Depending on the campus you attend, you may have some drop-in appointment times, or you may have something where you need to actually schedule an appointment. So again, select the campus and then check out what's available to you on our website. Generally, if you can set up an appointment, if you are a new student to Front Range, I definitely recommend that, as you'll have more time to meet with the advisors and get all the information that you need. When you're meeting with an advisor, the advisor's role is to help you figure out what classes you need to take based upon your goals here. So if you're planning to transfer, if you have credits to transfer in, if you are not sure what you want to study, the advisor can work with you from all of those things. Please make sure you're prepared when you meet with an advisor. If you've taken college classes before, it's always great to have an unofficial transcript with you when you meet with them. Have those ACT or SAT scores if you're exempt from the assessment test. Also, any other documents that you feel will be helpful, like if you've talked to another school and found out about what transfer classes you might want to take. All of that is helpful when you are meeting with your advisor. Okay. Again, if you've taken the assessment test, the advisor will help interpret your scores, and they'll go through creating an academic plan so that you can figure everything out that you'll need. If you're unable to come to campus, you may be able to set up a phone appointment, so please contact the campus that you would like to attend if you were taking on-campus classes, and you should be able to set that up. Okay. We do have specific advisors for veterans, international students, and folks using WIA or TIA benefits, TAA benefits, so do contact the campus to set up an appointment with those specific advisors. All right. So those are the main steps getting started. Again, getting your application in, attending this session, taking the assessment, and meeting with the advisor. All 4 of those steps do need to be completed before you are able to register for classes. So I recommend getting those taken care of as soon as possible. Registration is currently open for the spring 2017 semester. Registration for the summer 2017 and fall 2017 semesters should be available sometime in April 2017. So you would definitely want to make sure that these steps are completed before then, if possible, and make sure that you are ready to register for classes. All right. So step number 5 is registering for classes. That will be done on your eWolf student account. So now I'm going to show you how to access eWolf. Here from our website, frontrange.edu, at the top, there's always these links up here, and one of those is your eWolf student account, so you can just click on that. When you come to your login screen, you'll notice that you'll need to use your student ID number, and then for your initial password, you use your birth date, your 6-digit birth date, so you'll want to make sure to type that in. Once you sign in for the first time, you'll be prompted to create a new password and change and to also set a security question, so you'll be prompted to do that. And then from then on, you'll use that new password to sign in. I have a mock student that I'm going to use for the account, and I've already reset the password, so I'll go ahead and do that and sign in. Okay. Once you are in eWolf, you'll notice that there are tabs across the top, and so depending on what you need to do here on eWolf, you'll go to a different tab. You always come into the Welcome tab, and you'll see that announcements are here. Those are really great things to check out because it's up-and-coming information we want to bring your attention to. If you scroll down, you can link to our calendars, so you can see important information about when you can drop classes, payment deadlines, stuff like that. Over on the right-hand side, you can sign up for emergency text messages. If you are taking classes on campus, you can sign up to receive a text message if the campus is closed for any reason, like a snow day. And there's other information here as well. The other really important thing you do through eWolf is, of course, check your student email. So in the top right-hand corner, there's several icons. One of those is for student email. You should be able to just click on that, and that should pull up your student email. Email is Outlook-based, so you can set it up on your smartphone if you need to, but just make sure that you are checking your email. If you need to set it up the first time, make sure you select the correct time zone. Most of us here in Colorado, if you're in Colorado, you'll need to select the Mountain Time Zone. Also, your old password is your birth date spelled out with a capital for the month, the 2-digit day, and the 4-digit year. So if you are asked to set it up, you can use that. Works like any other email. You can check your inbox. The one funky thing here is that there is a clutter folder, so sometimes your Front Range emails may get sent there. Do check that folder as well. Front Range uses this email as their main method of communication, so it is important that you check your email frequently, that you're up to date. If you're waiting for any communications from anyone on campus, you do want to make sure that you've checked your email. It is very critical, as that's, again, the main way that we're going to connect with you. All right. So the next tab on eWolf is the Student tab. Again, lots of great information here. Degree Check is like your online academic advisor. You can look at transcripts and grades. You can sign into your online classes through Desire to Learn, which is what we use for our online classes. Or if you have an online component to your classes, even if it's not an online class, you can also sign into that here. There's lots of different help information, information about being a student, and you can find all of that here. What I want to talk about now is the actual registration tools. So we went through all of the enrollment steps, and now let's say you're ready to register for classes. What you want to do is click on this Look Up Classes link here, and then select the semester that you're planning to attend. So let's look at this spring semester. When you get to this screen, you actually want to click on this Advanced Search button, and that'll allow you to search by more fields, so you can have a more selective search, okay? Now, generally, the academic advisor will let you know what subject and course number you might want to be taking or want to be looking at, but you may have other criteria. So you can enter that here. The very important thing to make sure to enter, though, is campus, okay? The default selection for this field is all, so it will show you classes for all of our campuses and online if you don't select anything. And so if you're not careful, you may register for classes at a campus or online that you didn't intend to. So it is important to make sure that you select the one that you want to attend. So I work here at the Westminster campus. I want to attend the Westminster campus, so I'm going to select that one. Okay, and then maybe I'm also looking at online, so I'm going to use the control key and I'm going to select online as a campus potential as well. You'll notice here that we have two different online systems. We have the CCC Online, the Colorado Community College System, as well as FRCC Online. There are two different systems, and you can take classes with either. Just know that there is a difference. The majority of our students do prefer the FRCC classes because they are Front Range instructors and Front Range students, and generally they find that they can get in contact with their instructors much faster. But again, you can sign up for either. Just again, make sure you know that there's a difference. So I will go ahead and just for the purposes of this, select an accounting class. And normally I would enter a course number, but I want you to see more options, so I will not do that today. And then I'll hit Section Search, and that shows me all of the classes that fit my criteria. Okay. So what you want to look at when you see this screen is you want to see what the subject and course number and title of the class, and make sure that that's the class that you actually want to take. And then if it's an on-campus class, you'll be able to see what days and times the class meets. Okay, so T is Tuesday, R is Thursday, so it meets 2 days a week. M is Monday, W is Wednesday. Okay, so you can see the different days and the times. If it's an online class, online classes will just list TBA for a day and time. Online classes are not self-paced, so you generally need to sign in and do things every week, but there's not a specific time that you do need to sign in, so that's why there's a TBA there. Okay. Once you've decided on a class that you are interested in, you'll see that there's the cap is the capacity of the class, or the number of students allowed to register. The ACT is the actual number of students who have registered, and then the REM is the remaining spots left. You also see those with a WL, and that would be for waitlist. So at this point, you can see in real time whether there's any spots left in the class or if the class is already full or if you need to sign up for a wait list. Okay. If you happen to access the class schedules before registration is open, of course, you won't be able to actually register for a class, and the actual and remaining spots will be 0, but you will be able to at least see the information about when classes are available. So let's say this first class is a class that I want to register for. In order to register for it, I just click on this checkbox over here to the left. I scroll all the way down here, and then I would hit the register button, and that would register me for the class, providing I don't have any holds. Okay. Now there's other information on this screen. You can see who the instructor is. You can see the dates between which the class runs. So if the class starts a little bit later or ends at a specific time, you can see that. If the location is here, so if it's an on-campus class, it'll show the room number, and if it's an online class, you'll see that here. Then any attributes assigned to the class. So all of that information then is found on this screen. So you can use this to both search for the classes that you need as well as to actually register. And again, you just scroll all the way down, hit the register button after selecting a class, and that should register you for the class. Okay. You can go through this search again and again, and that will allow you to get all the classes that you need for your schedule. Okay. Additionally, if the class is full, so if the capacity has already been reached, you may see that there is a wait list. You can use this underline number, the course registration number, to wait list for your classes. And if you needed to wait list, you would go here to add or drop classes on the eWolf, select the semester, enter the course registration number. When you submit changes, it'll tell you the class is full or closed, but that it will give you the option to wait list. So you can go ahead and select the wait list and then go from there. If you do wait list for any classes, you need to make sure that you check your student email. So the one back on eWolf, this one up here, all the time. When your name comes up on the wait list, we will send you an email to that email, and you only have 48 hours to sign up for the class before you get dropped from the wait list. So if you are waitlisted, make sure you are checking your student email, preferably every day. All right. So that's how you will register for classes. Again, remember that you need to complete your other steps before you're able to do that, but you will be able to do that online. Now, registration, I know, can be tricky, so feel free to give us a call or come into our campuses to get some help actually doing the registration if you need that. Okay. Once you've registered for your classes, you can click on this detailed student schedule link, and that'll show you all the classes you've registered for with the times and other important information. So that's a good thing to print out or save to your smartphone so that you have it on the first day of class. All right. So I lost that page. If we go back to our website and we're checking our enrollment checklist, we've gone through steps 1 through 5 now. The next step is paying tuition, and that actually also takes place here on eWolf. So we'll go over to the next tab, which is the Student Finance tab, and this is where you take care of everything financial. So when you register for classes, you'll see an account balance over here in My Account. You will be able to click on that if you'd like to see any detailed information. And the first thing that you want to do is, if you are a Colorado resident and you qualify for resident tuition, you also could qualify for something called the College Opportunity Fund, or COF. COF is just free money from the state of Colorado that's given to all Colorado residents, and right now it pays $75 per credit hour. So it is something that you want to do since it's just free money. You could have signed up for COF in our application for admission, so if you did that, that's great. But if you don't remember, you did not do that, you can actually select the link here and fill that out. However, everyone will need to authorize COF at FRCC. So it is something that is statewide, but we want to make sure it comes here on your behalf. So here, just click on the link Authorize COF at FRCC. It will bring you to the authorization screen. You just want to make sure I choose to authorize is selected, and then you'll hit submit. And that'll make sure that that amount is deducted from your bill. Okay, so that is really important to do. Don't forget that step because you do want to make sure that free money is coming to you. Okay. In terms of paying, you have a couple of different ways to pay for your classes. If you are not using financial aid and you're paying on your own, you can pay in full here online by clicking the online credit card payment. You can also pay in full at our cashier's offices on our campuses, and you can find out when those are open and available by contacting the campus that is closest to you. You can also sign up for a payment plan, and the payment plan allows you to break up your payments as you go throughout the semester and pay in full that way. So if you click on payment plan information, it'll show you, it does have just this fall setup, but should be updated for the spring shortly. You can see that depending on how early you sign up, you may have no down payment required or a percentage down payment required. And you can see how many payments you'll have for the rest of the semester and when they'll be taken out of your account. The money is always withdrawn on the 5th of each month that's listed, and it does cost $35 to sign up for this payment plan. But this is the only way to split up the payments if it is something that you need to do to take care of your payments here. Okay. If you are going to be using financial aid, you'll be able to check out these middle boxes here to see what information you need to fill out for financial aid. So I'm going to select the past year just so you can see what it is that you'll need, but you'll stick on this 2016-2017 year, okay? And when we receive your FAFSA, it'll show up like this. So we'll say free application for federal student aid, and we'll have a green check mark next to it, okay? So when we receive your FAFSA and after it's been processed, that'll show up here. We'll also send you an email about it, but there's no need to contact our financial aid office. You can just check your student account and find that here. Now, anything else you still need to do to receive financial aid will also be in this box, and it will be indicated by a red flag, as you see here. So this student needs to turn in a verification form, and you can see those verification forms here on the side, or you can just click on the link. There may be additional things that you need to take care of, so just pay attention to that box and take care of any red flags as soon as you can. This terms and conditions always will show up as a red flag at first, so you need to make sure that you click on that link, read through all the terms and conditions, and accept. And again, make sure to do that as soon as you can, as soon as that red flag pops up. Once you've taken care of red flags and you have all green check marks, you can go up here to the first box and actually accept your award. And you'll want to do that here as well. All right. So again, payment, either financial aid, payment plan, or paying in full, all of that stuff needs to be taken care of. An important thing to note with Front Range Community College is that we do have a payment deadline. Payment deadline is generally a little bit after classes start. So for the spring 2017 semester, the payment deadline is actually January 31st. So that's a little bit after classes have started because classes will start on January 17th. So just make sure that you're aware of that and that you've taken care of all of the payment pieces by that date. So that means either signing up for the payment plan or paying in full, or making sure you've taken care of all of your red flags and actually accept your financial aid award. So again, you have a little bit of time to do that if you register for classes, but just make sure that you've taken care of all of those steps and that you are ready to go by the payment deadline, which again for the spring is January 31st, but will be in June for the summer semester and will be either in August or September for the fall semester. So please be checking that out. All right. Other things here on the Student Finance tab, if you qualified for work study, you can see that here. And again, that's getting a job on campus. So you can look at work study jobs and see what work study you might have been awarded. And then you can also get information about your refund. We run refunds through something called Bank Mobile. And so that is an online system that you will go ahead and set up a refund preference through and also receive some information through the postal mail about. So you can click on any of these links here on your Student Finance tab and learn more information about getting a refund which may occur if you are receiving extra financial aid or if you've paid for something and then dropped a class and deserved a refund or something like that. All right. Okay, so that is the paying tuition piece. A couple of other things you'll want to do. We do encourage all students new to Front Range to attend a new student orientation. This is geared towards first-time college students, though, so it is up to you to attend. You can click on this link to learn more about when the session is offered for the campus that you plan to attend, and also to sign up for that session. New student orientation is a great way to meet new students and faculty and staff, to get oriented to the campus, to find out about academic tips and tricks, and to learn about what resources are going to be available to you. So I definitely encourage you to check that out. Separately from the new student orientation, we also have an online orientation that you'll go through if you're going to be taking online classes, and you'll be able to access that through Desire to Learn or D2L, which again you can access here on the Student tab by scrolling down here as well. Okay. We do encourage you to get your books. We already talked about getting your setting up your email, but we also encourage you to get your books before classes start. And you can actually look at what books you need or order your books online. You can see that here on the Student tab and under Buy Textbooks. You don't actually have to buy your textbooks here, but you can see what books you need. You can select the link for the campus you plan to attend or online, and then you can select for those different classes. So you could look at that accounting class that we were looking at. You can add selection and then get course materials, and it'll show you what books you need for your classes. So you can see here we do have new and used books and some rental books at our campuses, so check those out. And if you want to order online, you can do that here. Or if you're looking to order your books or get them somewhere else, you can also find out the important information like the edition and the ISBN number so that you can make sure to get the right book somewhere else. Okay. Additionally, if you want to get a student ID, you can do that at our Student Life offices on campus. And your student ID or Wolf card can get you access to different academic labs, computer labs, the fitness center. It can be activated as your library card, get you discounts in the community, things like that. So we definitely encourage students to get those. It is $5 to get that, but generally it can pay for itself with all those little discounts and fitness center and stuff like that. So definitely encourage you to go ahead and do that, and you will not be able to get your student ID until after you've registered for classes, so that's why it's down here. And then, of course, you actually want to go to class when it starts. Our spring semester will start on January 17th, 2017, and our summer semester generally starts the day after Memorial Day, either in May or June, and our fall semester starts around the third week of August. So pay attention to those start dates and make sure you're attending. You could get dropped for not going to class, so do make sure that you're going to class and take advantage of that. Additionally, we have a lot of different resources on campus when you are a student, so you can find out about some of those on the Student tab, but you can also check out the Campus Life tab on eWolf, as well as the Resources tab, and find out about some of the things that we have. So you can access disability services or libraries. You can access campus labs to get some help in English, math, and tutoring. You can participate in different fun activities and join student clubs and organizations. And again, find out about all of that here on your eWolf student account. All right. So that's the majority of the information that we need to cover during the Get Started session. Again, I really encourage you to use our website for getting more information. And of course, if you have questions, please contact us. We can be reached by email, phone, and so you can see phone numbers on our website. You can also go up here to contact us or directory if you know a specific person. And so please make sure to reach out and let us know how we can help you. You can also always come into one of our campuses, and the Welcome Centers are more than happy to help you with different things that you might come across or information that you need. So please know that we're here to help you through all of these steps and as you're a student at Front Range. Just to recap again, you've done the Get Started session, so if you haven't already, make sure you get your applications submitted. Again, take the assessment test or determine that you're exempt, and then go ahead and meet with the advisor so that you can be ready to register for classes. Again, feel free to reach out to us if you have any specific questions or need help, but we want to welcome you to Front Range Community College and hope that you know now how to get started. Thank you so much.